You see, man, I really want to talk on certain topics, but I feel the Lord just leads me with those verses and stuff. I hope that you enjoyed Deuteronomy and Psalms and Genesis as much as I did reading it to y'all. I didn't think I was going to enjoy it, and when I was outside, coming back in, I was going to start, jumping a little bit in the grass and just kind of showing you how inside how I feel. On the outside, I'm chill, I'm calm, and different things like that. On the inside, I'm jumping for joy. And thankful. I'm literally jumping for joy and thankful to be in the presence of the Lord. As I was saying, I like to listen to certain music too. And I like to, you get that certain, you know, I'm trying to think of a really good song to listen to, like the one with, SZA and Kendrick Lamar. You got the little kids dancing, and they be little babies, and they be, doing dance to the beat and stuff like that. You hear a song, as soon as you hear the song, you gone. But I try to keep it positive, and I like 95.9, because even if you're trying to get away from God, if He's still on that station, I find myself sometimes I don't even be, I'll be into something else on the computer or something, and I hear gospel. I say, did I change it to Heaven 600 or 1400? Right there on 95.9. And they starting to play a lot of, they play a lot of gospel that, if you catch it, you like early, and then they play gospel early, and sometimes like in the middle of the afternoon, and then sometimes at night somebody will throw a gospel track or something like that on, and it's just like, wow, man, hey Lord, you everywhere, and I don't mind it either, because it kind of keep you grounded. They might play like, let's say they might play like TLC or something like that, and play a good song, and all of a sudden they be playing, something spiritual. And then when you have the first day or the seventh day, the Sunday as we call it, then they be playing a lot, and especially early and stuff like that. And it comes around. It comes around fast too. And the praise and worship comes around fast, and then you got the jokes with the different comedians and stuff that's on there. But if you're looking for something that's a little bit just kind of chill, that's a good station to have. You might not feel like having 600 or 1400. If you want to go with that, that is a good station to have. And a lot of times it'll bring me right back to like 1400 anyway and stuff like that. So, once you get there, you're there. I get days where, it'll be several days, months, and just listening to the Lord. So I don't mind it. And a lot of us are starting to wake up and understand. They say, what's going on? Now, I'm not gonna spend too much time on that topic, but we're starting to understand things. Once the power of the Lord is there, and you starting to realize some things. Hey, it's about that time anyway. Time is now. If you ain't saved, the time is now. But it's about that time we start, realizing what this game called life is about. And really like, all right, hey, this is what this is about. I'm glad that you go to church every Sunday and maybe even Wednesday. I'm glad that you go to church you could be going every day. That's what all you doing. That ain't what this is about. It's not. Did Jesus just go to church and that was it? No, he spent his time in the synagogue and praying to the Father. But see, after that, he grew up. Then he would go off and, all right, let me go off here and pray. I'll be back. Let me go over here right quick. And he might have been going into that more spiritual form as he was going. See, you never know, because one time he'd go off and then he'll, all right, let me come up here and then y'all be right here, but I'm going to be in my spirit form, but y'all going to be good. Y'all might see it a little bit and everything like that. No, he knew some things, he experienced life, but he continued to minister. He continued to give us parables. He continued to heal the sick. He continued to show us how to worship the Lord. So let's get into some stuff that y'all want to talk about. And see, I really want to pump it up, and Lord is good and all. I really want to do that, but sometimes some people just need a good talking to. Yeah, he's good. He's worthy, ain't he? He's worthy. He's worthy. I know what y'all want. I know. I know. Y'all want to get lifted up, and now you pumped up for work, and you felt the joy, and that's good. I need that too. That's why you got Spirit 1400, the Heaven 600, different thing of that. You might need the 95.9, different thing. You want to be lifted up, and you do want to be that all the time. That's great. You could be there all the time, but still get some lessons in. You want to talk about divorce. You want to talk about people. People are hurting too. At the same time as you getting this and you getting good. At the same time, somebody needs this, and then they need, man, I wish he'd just say something about my divorce, or I wish he'd just say something about me going through a divorce, or I wish he'd just say something about, my living arrangement, my situation, and things like that. I wish he'd just say something about that. It's good that he read. I wish he just read out the chapters today. Just read me a chapter today. I wish you just read me a couple of verses. Let me take the verses with me. You see, I hear it. I can hear it. We ain't never even met face to face, have we? But I can hear it. When you're there, you're there. So you can't go back either. Because when you're there, you're there. It's like some of the people that's woke. Once you woke, you ain't no going back. Unless you just kind of want to fake it. You woke, well, nah, I ain't really. You kind of suppress it and kind of just go about your day. But it'll always be there, letting you know that it's always there. So I just want to hit y'all off with just let's just talk about your struggles and you going through divorce and things like that. The whole time you're struggling, I encourage you to pray. Anything good or bad happen, it's all good days. Deion Sanders say it's all good days. He's not gonna let the person take me there, but all his days are good. Even the bad ones are good because they're not gonna let that person take me there. Hey, listen, it's all good. It's all God. You see, I'm going through some things, but I put God first, and I say, all right, you got it. I don't understand it. I don't know what you take me through. I don't know why I gotta go through like this, but all right, if that's it, that's it. That's what you want to do. That's fine. Just letting you know, Lord, this is if it's more than you can bear, right, or more than you think that you can bear. You say, hey, listen, this isn't more than I could bear because I'm dealing with it, right? But listen, Lord, I'm close to that point. All right, just kind of be with me. I'm really close to that point. And this is me talking to him over, just certain occasions. So I don't want you to get the wrong impression for me myself. I'm used to it. So me and the Lord can do this from the beginning to my last day on earth. We'll still be in the battle. We'll still be in the war. As far as fighting the good fight for the faith of the Lord Jesus the Christ. So, yeah, well, it's all good. And you'll get through. Don't even, if you see other people that have got through, because some people, man, I'm giving up some. So you see, for the younger people in middle school, elementary school, and getting bullied and stuff like that, try to take your own life because it's just too much. Look at the older people that are grown up. They got through stuff. So if they get through stuff, you can get through it too. You can get through it. Same thing with me. I always tell myself, yeah, we're going to do this, Lord. What you want me to do next? Because I got to do. Come on, oh Lord, what? You can get through. Time and time again, he talks about, what do you believe? How is your belief? Ye of little faith, ye of belief. Since you had to believe in this day, you are here. Since you had to believe. So same thing when you're going through, you want to talk about your divorce. You want to talk about why your husband, ladies, just going out at night and looking for different sex and different, pleasures, different thing like that. Why are they going here? Why are they going there? You want to discuss these things. First, look inside yourself. Before we talk about anything else, evaluate yourself first. Get yourself right with the Lord. Make sure there's nothing that's incomplete with the Lord. Notice how I didn't go to what your spouse is going through, what your fiance, your boyfriend, ladies, is getting at. Notice how I went to you. And you might be saying, well, I'm the problem. Oh, that's not what I said. What I said was, there may be something, a spiritual battle that you have to deal with yourself before you even get to dealing with that other person. A lot of times that's what we're doing. We're battling ourselves. I've talked to somebody, they say, yeah, if you getting yourself hyped and upset about different things, and the thing is, somebody else will say something and then you gotta battle yourself. Because you get yourself hyped off of what another person said or what another person do. And which is, it's understandable, but there are ways of doing that. I myself felt a certain way within these past several days, and I just felt as though I was taken down a notch. But the Lord daily has brought me back. He said, I understand what you're going through. Sometimes he like to give you a little he'll give you a little pain to get a better understanding of stuff. And I said, okay. One thing I realized is that I was rushing something that I could have kind of took my time with. I said, yeah, you're right. Because normally when I go to do this, I do it this way. And this time I didn't do that. So it caused me a certain pain, a certain affliction. Which is fine because I know that I could, which is fine because I know that I can get over stuff. I know that it's going to pass. It's been stuff that happened before, and I say I'm gonna get over it. It's just sometimes you get a little uh, fatigued with doing it, and you want to make the Lord take away the stress and the pain or something like that. I say, okay, all right, Lord, you got me. I say, okay. And I tell him that I'm not tired. But you just get sick of certain things. But it still ain't gonna, get me down or nothing like that. It's just going I'm just like, Lord, okay, what's up, man? And see, he reminds me time and time again. I have to come back.